All right, everyone, here we go. A little 3 quick cards with me. I'm Steve. Hi. It always ends up being more than 3 cards, and this one might. This is a pretty important reading. I'm going to do a long-range reading. Y'all know I'm dividing the year into quarters. I've got a playlist. Q1 reading is up for 2022, January, February, March. But this reading here, this 3 quick cards with me, is going to be the whole year. The year as a whole, a general broad spectrum energy pull. You can't do a narrow energy pull on an entire year because every free will decision made by others might affect you, and decisions you make might affect that. Any predictive reading for an entire year is going to be null and void 10 minutes after you watch it, pretty much. That's an exaggeration, but you get my point. This is just a general overview of the year. And I wrote a blog article about the year 2022. It's called Unfinished Business. I encourage everybody to go over to sltblog.com and check it out. It's a pretty good read. You'll know what's coming for you. This here, well, that's my pre-shuffle. It pretty much sums up that article, I think. I think you're going to like 2022. It's a redo of the energies of 2020. At core DNA, it's a complete manifested in redo. And you'll see that in the news. People will be talking about it. It's 2020 all over again. Yeah, that might be because of some lockdowns and stuff, but in the energy, the same magic is there. The same potential is there. So what did you learn? What did you learn in 2020 and in 2021 that you can apply to that magic energy that's around us? And you'll see it. You'll see it in this reading. It's long range, so I'm being general with it. It's just a snapshot of the year as a whole. And obviously keep your eye on my Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 readings as we go throughout the year. All right? It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. I also want to say this is my last reading before the holiday break I'm taking. A nice long weekend. It's been a long year. I appreciate everyone here in 2021. You made this a pretty incredible year around here. We had some adventures, didn't we? We had some fun. You will get on Friday your 1 card for each sign reading, and on Saturday, the 25th, you will get the weekly reading for the upcoming week of the 26th through January 1st. I think they're going to be very interesting with Venus retrograde and Jupiter moving into Pisces, as you saw from my Venus retrograde and Jupiter moving into Pisces readings. I will return with full guns a-blazing readings on either the 27th or 28th of December with your January all signs monthly overview, and then I'll run through the signs and pull your January readings, and get them up well before the first of the month. All right? Just taking a little long weekend to recharge my batteries, eat all kinds of junk food. I hope everybody has a good holiday. That said, let's have a chat. And again, thank you for 2021. It's amazing. Definitely check the blog. I'll be doing some writing on my break for sure. No doubt about that. All kinds of fun stuff in there. So 2022, unfinished business, as I called it in the blog. And that's my prediction for the year. And that's exactly what it is. It's about finishing an unfinished symphony for a lot of you. And it reflects right here in my pre-shuffle. This is just the pre-shuffle. It's just me talking to the universe. 2022, as a general overview, everyone watching, my divine feminines, my soul tribe, right here. You find yourself. It's the high priestess. It's about intuition. It's about opening up your soul. You find yourself in 2022. Also in the 3D, Ace of Pentacles. Something you've been waiting for. It could be a lot of somethings. Could be a job. Could be a soulmate that you've been waiting on. Whatever it is. It's pulling into the parking lot. Grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour is pulling in the parking lot. It's a year of big changes, big opportunities for everyone. It all depends on your intuition, though. And this is why. It's the Hierophant here. This is about spiritual connections. It's about you possibly finding a soulmate, a long-term commitment of something, or something along those lines. I see that with the Ace of Pentacles. That's entirely possible. Something you've been waiting for. That's been taking a long time to show up. It could be practical. It could be love. The Hierophant here tells me at the very least it's all very spiritual. All right? Underneath that is Temperance. Temperance is very important. It's one of the most important lessons in the tarot. It is the opposite in many ways of the Eight of Swords, of getting in your head too much. It is the polar opposite of that. It is about getting in touch with yourself, finding balance between your ego and your soul. Yeah, you've got some great stuff coming into 3D, but don't get in your head about it. Get in your soul about it, all right? It's a very soulful year. It's a lot of magic. And these cards kind of represent, I don't have the star card, but it kind of represents magic. Underneath that Temperance, the fifth card I'm going to pull, because I only go 5 in the bottom generally, is the Eight of Swords. Again, I didn't know that was there, but it's the same. I told you this is the polar opposite of the Eight of Swords, and there's the Eight of Swords underneath. I did not dig that far before I hit the record button. I have to tell you, it's a very divinely guided year. There's no doubt about it. Stay out of your damn head. Use your intuition. What's underneath that? Yeah, right there. The lesson that's been coming up all through the month of December. Really the only time it popped up all year. The Page of Wands. Find that child that's still there, that's trying to send you messages from the past, that still exists on your timeline. Look at the world with the eyes of a curious child. The Page of Wands is a curious page. In the Lightseer deck, it's very similar energy to the Fool. It's about just looking at the world with wide eyes again, trying to see the magic in it. Try to feel your way through it. Use your brain only to sort out the logistics of things. Make sure you're not making a stupid mistake, but don't overthink. Stay out of your head. Stay in that inner child, if you will. I hate that term. It's really a child that's there. It's not your inner child. It's still you as a child. Still there on your timeline. Everything exists all at once. I talk about that in the blog too, in one of my articles. Right here. Temperance. Find that Temperance lesson. It looks like you do. This is a very spiritual pre-shuffle. I'm harping on it because it's amazing. It's an amazing year coming up. I'm not doing a predictive for the year. I'm dividing it in quarters for that. Because again, like I told you in the beginning, you go too far out, it doesn't account. You can't account for free will. Free will of others acting upon you and free will decisions you make. Either way, it's a year where you find yourself, and a year where stuff you've been waiting for, big changes coming. Ace of Pentacles finally rolling in. That's just the pre-shuffle. Holy shit. Let's pull ourselves a reading. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card, universe. Let's go. It knows what I want. Me saying that is just drama for all you, like I say. It already knows what I want. I already put my intention out there. All right, here we go. 2022. 3 cards and a bottom card. Sum it up. Right? Sum it up. Sum up what you're talking about in that pre-shuffle. Let's see where we go here. Well, I got my reading. And I'd say it's summing up that pre-shuffle pretty damn nice, too. I see the bottom card. I'll show you the bottom card after I pull the top cards. Major Arcana, the Strength card. All right. Eight of Wands in the middle. Passionate forward movement. That's my center card. These cards are read center, left, right. And the King of Wands. Oh, that's interesting. That's the Burger King, isn't it, sometimes? Yeah, that could be your lesson in temperance. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll pull on that. I'll pull a few extra cards on that. And we're pulling on the year as a whole. It's a little snapshot. Ace of Wands crossing the Eight of Wands. A lot of new beginnings this year. A lot of chances to redo some things. The Ace of Wands comes out of the Ten of Wands. It comes out of great burden. Most of you have been, a lot of you anyway, have been in Ten of Wands here in 2021. Maybe even 2020. You've been under a great burden. You've been worried about your Burger King, your deep soul twin flame connection coming in. Some of you have been looking for work. Some of you have been doing all kinds of things, moving, all sorts of crap. This is really a redo. There's a potential for passionate forward movement if you don't let fear get the better of you. Do not let fear get the better of you, and stay out of your ego. This is that lesson in temperance that we saw in the pre-shuffle. Stay out of your ego. Do not think your way through life. Feel your way through life. Use your brain to sort out the logistics, the details, but don't overthink. And don't think, don't think you're the shit. Feel that you're the shit. Know that you're the shit. Remember that high priestess we started with? She knows she's the shit. She's well aware of it. And she's coming into that knowing. But that high priestess was bookending basically a Hierophant. You know, again, it's a very spiritual year. It's a year where if you use your soul to drive, if you feel your way through it, use your intuition, allow it to come through, you got new beginnings up the ass, big time. This Eight of Wands here is minor arcana. It's up to you. It's passionate forward movement. The reason it's minor arcana is because this is major arcana, the card that follows it in my reading. Red center, left, right. The strength card's surrounded by fear. It's got a fence of fear around it. Fear is what holds people back in life. Fear leads to Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, we saw it in the pre-shuffle. Stay out of it. Don't overthink shit. Don't make the same mistakes your Burger King, your DM is making, your runner, if you will, is making. Don't make those mistakes. Stay out of your ego. Let's pull a couple cards on that. Oh, and take a look what's under. It backs up my Q1 reading for 2022, which talks about new love. Ace of Wands and a Two of Cups talks about new love, a new beginning in love. I believe that's what happened for February. The whole year is about that. The whole fucking year. As long as you don't let fear get in the way. As long as you know who you are. Remember the cards from the pre-shuffle. Go back and watch them again. They're important. They tie to these. The pre-shuffle was me just talking to the universe. I didn't used to show it to you, but I do now because I like to be thorough in my readings. I want you to understand where a lot of the messages I'm giving you are coming from. And they're coming from that pre-shuffle. And this is a more practical view of it. Yeah, new beginnings. New beginnings in love. I believe you do have a soulmate coming your way. I believe that's part of what that Ace of Pentacles is about. I believe it's part of what that Hierophant is about. Part of. The rest of it is all within you. You got to use your soul. All right? Don't get in your ego at all. Just take that page approach. That Page of Wands is a curious page. Make sure you find that curiosity for life again. Keep learning. Learn something new every day. Try to. Even if it's something small. I had no idea donuts had holes in them. That's amazing. You just find that out. Who knows? You could just be finding that out. I don't know. I hope not. But anyway, the King of Wands. Why is it here? This is my cautionary. There's always a cautionary card. There always is. And this is it. Yeah, he does take passionate forward movement forward. Yes. But he's a cobra on this card for a reason. Alright? It's a poisonous snake. It's a very thin snake generally. But it's a snake that can puff itself up. It's fake. It's phony. It's not really that big. Don't do that. If you go through life with your soul is what's real. That's where real power lives, not in your brain or your ego. That's the problem we have with the runners in these deep soul twin flame connections. They're all ego. It's phony. It's fake. It's not real. There's no such thing as security and all that. The only security is in your soul. It's something that can't be taken away from you. It's eternal. And that's what the universe is encouraging you to do. And with that, we'll pop off all sorts of new beginnings and forward movement, rapid forward movement. Unless you let fear get in the way and you get in your head with 8 swords. All right? Let's pull a few cards here. Why not? Let's talk about this King of Wands. Let's see here. And then I'll pull a couple on that Eight of Wands. Because these are really the lessons. I'm more interested in this one. This one's pretty cut and dry. But that's forward movement. Let's see what we got here. It's already crossed by an Ace of Wands and a Two of Cups. Crossing that. That's amazing. It's going to be an amazing year if you want it to be. The energy is there. The magic is there. The same magic that was there in 2020, but we let COVID ruin it. A lot of us got depressed because of it, and this and that and the other thing. You didn't have to react that way. You could have seen it as a chance to find yourself. You know, people that got depressed about it and worried about it. It's a chance. It's an opportunity. It's all about perspective. It's all how you look at things. Obviously, if you're in lockdown, stay away from people. Duh. You know, it's there for a reason. it was a good opportunity. I used it as a spiritual journey opportunity that whole year. I got disappointed because certain things didn't happen too because of it. But that energy is there again. That magic is there. The question is, what are you going to do with it this year? And the universe is encouraging you have a little more soul and a little less in your head, shall we say. Why is the King of Wands here? Why is the King of Wands here? This is my deck upside down. Yeah, there you go. It's not upside down. It's not. I thought it was upside down because I had a 10 of Cups upside down. It's not. It's a 10 of Cups upside down. This will ruin everything. I don't mean your deep soul twin flame connection. I'm not pulling on that. I'm pulling on you, my viewers, my divine feminine, soul tribe. This behavior. Don't turn into the very person that you've been pining for all fucking year watching tarot readings. Puffing up with ego. It's not about pretending that you're the shit. It's about knowing that you're the shit. This behavior turns 10 cups around. And there's temperance again, by the way, underneath that 10 cups reversed. That's your lesson. That's what you should have taken away. The lesson of temperance is what you should have taken away from 2021 and maybe 2022. Or, I mean, 2020 as well. And carry forward into 2022. Maybe if we had a little more temperance in the collective energy in 2020, we wouldn't have been punching each other out in Costco to get our hands on toilet paper. You know, we had that happen here in Los Angeles quite a bit. Fist fights over toilet paper. People being selfish, greedy. This is a warning from the universe. Because the energy of 2020 is repeating. You already see it in the news. Even the UK is talking about a lockdown after Christmas. Countries in Europe are locking down. COVID cases are going up. It may very well happen again. And this is a warning to learn the lessons of that. Be a bit more spiritual with it. Because this is the behavior right here, the lesson that wasn't learned, that caused all that punching people out for toilet paper and selfish. This is a selfish energy. Why do you need 500 rolls of toilet paper? Why? Why do you have to take all the cereal for your family? No, you take one box, maybe 2 or 3. You make sure someone else can get some too. You know, we'll see if we learned anything. In a way, it's the universe is testing us. It always does. We're always up against tests. See if we learned anything. Did we learn temperance? I don't know. If we did, this 10 cups turns upside down, turns right side up. What else? My deck is not upside down. It is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. And the Lover's card. Very interesting. The energy is right. Well, these cards right here as a standalone 3 are red, center, left, right. If I were to lay them out, just like these are center, left, right. So this is my center card. My center card is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. All right? This ain't going to get it for you. The universe is saying that this behavior, if you're too puffed up and if it's not real, if it's not coming from the soul this year, you're not going to get this Ace of Pentacles. You're not going to get the forward movement. The energy is ripe for it. This is the magic energy that represents the whole year right here. This 10 of Cups reversed is sitting on top of this ego energy, right? This puffed up cobra. It's not going to happen. The energy is ripe. It's up to you. The choice has been made by the universe. The universe has reset the energy back around. It's the truth. You'll see it in the news. You'll see people saying 2020 redo. It's like a 2020 reboot. It's like a 2020 redo. You'll see it all over the fucking place. I promise you will, because the energy's already there. It already feels like December 2019 to me right now. It really does. You know, and it's not all up to you. It's a question of if there is a COVID thing again this year, if something like that happens, did the politicians learn their temperance? Are they going to get it right this time? You know, who knows? We don't know. But worry about you. Worry about how you go through life, because your life looks great. If you find that strength and you take advantage of the cards that were in the pre-shuffle. What's the Eight of Wands here? Let's see. This is a very interesting card. And this one here is just not is about staying out. It's similar to Temperance. It's about staying out of the Eight of Swords, staying out of your head, not letting fear get the best of you. You know, that page of wands we saw where I talked about that child, that curious child going through life that way. They don't really fear anything. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I wasn't really afraid of anything. I felt a little bit invincible at times, you know. The kids just do stupid shit. We would. I mean, so use your adult brain to slow that down. You know, you don't want to do stupid shit. But you just want to take aspects of that child energy. This card here, the Lovers, with this also tells me you might hear from, some of you might hear from that old Burger King. And in my quarterly reading, my Q1 reading for 2022 showed that, especially in January. And the readings have been reflecting that. So we'll see. But the energy is set already. It's right there. And I know you got some soulmates coming your way, for sure. Just don't turn into that Burger King yourself. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Tell me about this forward movement, this new beginning and all this. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Nine of Cups, the Tower, that's a good tower, and the Three of Pentacles. Some of you, these are red center, left, right. Crossing card on the Tower, by the way, is the Page of Wands. Okay? This is twofold energy. Some of you are going to hear from people out of nowhere. You're going to reconnect with a lot of people in the coming year. That's on one side of the energy. The other side of the energy of the Page of Wands crossing the Tower is exactly what I've been telling you. You know? The Tower, the whole energy here is one of tearing things down, from taking the lessons you've learned from the past, tearing things down and starting again. There's children on this card. This here's a child. It's an older child, but it's a page. It's that same message. It's that same approaching life from some curiosity and not having so much fear, not being in your head, not worrying about whatever this Burger King, your runner, did to you and all of that kind of stuff. That's just going to blow the whole year. You got a lot more stuff coming your way, and a lot of it is coming out of nowhere. You're going to get a lot of wishes. Again, this Nine of Cups is almost reading like that Ace of Pentacles from the pre-shuffle. You know, a lot of stuff that you've been waiting for is rolling in. It's slowly pulling into the parking lot. Some of it is your old soulmate. Some of it is our new soulmates and things like that. Build it from the ground up. You know, it really is. And the Three of Wands underneath that, that's a whole new world. That's a card right there. She's just looking out over the expanse. All right? Don't be afraid of the expanse. Just move forward. Let me have the universe sum it up. Let's add it all up. Well, I know I already pulled 3 cards and had it do that. As I picked this up randomly, the Two of Cups is at the bottom, by the way. That's fucking awesome. And underneath that is the Ace of Swords. This is going to be one hell of a year. But you got to stay in your soul for that to happen. You got to learn the lessons that the previous year or years have taught you. The only thing that's real is finding your true self within your soul. Everything in the 3D is an illusion. It's all nonsense. And we create that nonsense by what we tell ourselves. You know, if you can tell yourself you're great all you want. You can knock yourself out with that, but if you don't believe it in the soul, you're just going to get your bubble popped, and it's going to ruin everything. It has to be real. This is Major Arcana. It's real energy. You have the potential for that realness, for sure. Give me 3 cards. Let's add this up. Add it all up for us. (2022) Death. A second set of cards. Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Crossing the Two of Swords. Oh, it's the world. My cards are falling apart here. It's the world. Crossing that. A cycle is ending and a new cycle is beginning. This is Minor Arcana. Stay the fuck out of your head. Just go with the flow. Imagine yourself on an inner tube going down the river of life. Don't try to fight it. If you try to fight it, you end up on the rocks. You'll be covered in band-aids. Just go with the flow. A cycle is trying to end. A new cycle is trying to begin. The only thing that can get in its way is you. You can cock block the whole goddamn thing. Death and the Ace of Cups. It's read center, left, right. Death. Transformation. Everything is changing in 2022. The energy is completely different from 2021. 2021 was setting up the pins. You know. The pins were set up in 2020, but nobody knocked them down. The only thing they knocked down was punching people out for toilet paper. That's about it. The energy was set up there for that. Everybody freaked out, panicked, and went crazy, and went in their ego, and went nuts, and the whole collective energy went to shit. There was nothing in the collective energy in 2020, despite all the magic of the core energy, but fear, apprehension, and confusion. And that was pretty much what was there. And it's understandable on some level, but also it's the product of the fact that we've been too much in our ego. Egos get damaged, right? We think that I've got tons of money, so I'm secure. I've got a high-power job, so I'm powerful. None of that is real. That's all nonsense. The only thing that's real and eternal is what's in you, in your soul, who you really are. Keep that in mind. Stay the fuck out of your head. Just let things flow. You've got huge love coming your way. Ace of Cups right here. Transformation. A new cycle beginning. It's unreal. The only thing that can stop it is you. That's the message here. It's a general reading. It's straight across the board. A little bit of a snapshot painting of 2022 as a whole. I can't give you specifics because I can't account for free will. It's impossible. It would be wrong 10 minutes after you watched it. But this won't be. This is just the general message of the year. I'm telling you, a lot of you have trusted me for a year to be your energy weatherman and all of that. And I'm telling you, 2022 at its core is fucking magic. Don't blow it by getting in your head or worrying about some DM who hasn't come in. All of that. Find yourself. Find who you are. Work on you. It'll all just fucking flow to you. And a lot of it will come out of nowhere and change your whole life. Just like this squirrel's life's been changed by having his nuts blown off. It'll change your whole life. It really will. Rebuild on a solid foundation. You got a lot of dreams coming your way. Again, the energy of that Ace of Pentacles is on that Nine of Cups. It's really amazing that it's there. And that is your reading. That is just my little, before I take a holiday break, 2022 as a whole. You can take the advice or you cannot take the advice. The advice from me is it's like a biscuit at KFC. You can eat it or chuck it in the bin, but either way you're getting a fucking biscuit. There's, again, as I've said before, proof of why I don't work in the service industry. You're getting a fucking biscuit, sir. I don't give a fuck what you want. You can chuck it in the bin or you can eat it, but it's damn fine advice and it is the energy. And I encourage everybody to read my blog article, Unfinished Business, in the SLT blog. Links everywhere. Links in every video, in the description up at the top. There's links to my blog in the upper right corner of the YouTube channel. And it's sltblog.com. It's pretty easy to fucking remember anyway. Go check it out. Find out what's going on energetically for the year. It's a pretty good read, but I think I summed it up here anyway. Regardless. That's your reading. Stay tuned on Friday for your one card for each sign fly through the soulmate cycle. We'll see where we're at. And on Saturday, Christmas Day, you will get a weekly reading. And then I'll be back, as I said, with your January all signs monthly overview. We might have a song. I don't know. I don't know what's in that energy yet. We might have a song or a new movie. I have no idea what the universe is going to give me. I'm looking forward to it. Because based on my Q1 2022 reading in the January column, it looks like, and all the readings I've been pulling for the last few days, including your mid-months, it looks like we got soulmates, runners, turning their ass around 180 degrees and running back at you. So it's pretty spectacular shit. And that's what's been coming up over and over and over again. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I hope everybody has a fantastic holiday season, whatever holiday you practice or, celebrate, whatever it is. And again, I thank everybody for 2021 here. I had no expectations when I started this channel. Blew my mind. Definitely had some adventures this year. I'm going to try and top it in 2022. I'm going to do my best anyway. So that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If I help one person today, I've done my job, energetically or karmically speaking anyway. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Stay the fuck out of your head. Don't ruin what is a terrific year. That message has come up 2-3 times now. It's very important. And stay out of your ego. Find your real self in your soul. Then you're really the shit. Not just telling yourself I'm the shit. I'm the shit. No. No. It's got to be from the soul. All right. Good luck, everyone.